This is a channeled transmission from the mushrooms, and before you hop on the edge of your seat and go, oh my god, is Jade on psychedelics right now? Is she on magic mushrooms? Is she high right now? No, I am completely sober, if that's the word you want to use. And that is kind of the whole purpose of this message. This might challenge and trigger and aggravate a lot of people, but I invite you to stay as open as you can because their message is so incredibly powerful. I've never channeled mushrooms before, never thought I would, but they have connected everything for me. Just like in the physical world where the mycelium under the earth and under the soil is all connected and they're all communicating to each other all the time, they have just connected everything for me in a way that I haven't seen before. And this video is going to go over 20 minutes, so if you are on Instagram, we ask please can you watch the full transmission on YouTube. I truly believe, not even I believe, I know this transmission will activate something within you. These mushrooms are so powerful. That word doesn't even come close to the energy they hold. Human language is so limited, but I seriously believe that it's going to activate remembrance. It's going to click in something for you. And before we get into it, I just want to say something that my shamanic teacher has taught me. She's taught me so much about shamanism and shamanic healing, and that we can tap into the true spirit of something, or we can tap into the spirit of something that our collective consciousness has created around it that is not actually the true spirit of the thing. So, and the Greys talk about this too, and I've talked about that in my channeling Greys video that you can watch. They say you can either plug into the hive mind consciousness created energy of what something is, or you plug into the truth of what that energy is, and you get to choose. And they ask to unplug from the hive mind and plug into the truth. And we're not talking about Greys, but at the same time, everything is connected. Remember that everything is one. And I'm clicking because this is subliminal messaging that is going to help cue your mind. Subliminal is below the threshold of conscious awareness, and that is where the truth is. So remember that. So think of the word microdosing or magic mushroom or psychedelic. Your brain is going to spike when it hears that word. Oh, magic mushroom. Oh, microdosing. And that might be you genuinely connecting to the truth, the spirit of the mushroom, because they are quite playful and uplifting and happy, and it can make you giggly. But there's also this other type that I see people go through a lot. When they hear the word microdosing or magic mushroom, they spike and they go, oh, it's kind of naughty. Oh, it's kind of illegal. We shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, let's trip. Everyone trips. And I've heard these amazing stories of these mystical spiritual experiences. Yeah, let's do that. And I've had a shit week, so I'd love to get high right now. Let's do that with all my friends. This would be great. And it's this giggliness, it's kind of this naughtiness, it's fun, it's lighthearted, but it's different to the true essence of what the mushrooms medicine is to us. It's this giggliness, but it's this drunkenness, this lack of awareness, this lack of connection to the mushroom. And that is what they have come in to talk to me about. They said, so many people work with us, but not and work isn't actually the right word for it. So many people use us, and not once have they asked, would you like to work with me? Can I experience you? Can we work together? There is no communication. There is no deep reverence for that plant spirit. It is just, oh my God, here's a magic mushroom. I heard it's great. I heard there's healing properties. I heard you can have a great trip on it. Let's take it. But there is not a presence. And they're saying, people don't come and just sit with us and just talk to us and communicate with us, or ask these questions of how we are meant to work with them, because a lot of the time you don't need to ingest us to experience our magic, but that's just not as fun, is it? In the human kind of realm, we want to eat it, we want to consume it, we want to extract it, and that is not actually the highest service or the highest value to use these plants. And this is for any plant for that matter, any herb, plant, mushroom, all of it. Why are we not asking permission? Why aren't we making a connection? Why aren't we having a relationship with them, other than what we can extract from them, what wisdom we can get from them? And they are not mad or angry or anything. They are so high vibrational and so full of unconditional love. They understand that people will use them, and they accept that, but it's just a gentle reminder that, oh, well, most people don't even communicate with us. Most people don't actually create that relationship with us, which means they are completely missing the lesson of what we are trying to teach them, which is they're showing it to us in the physical world of this mycelium of everything communicating, everything being interconnected, everything in relationship, but they take us without even creating a relationship with us first, without even having that communication first. So they completely miss the point. And the biggest lesson that these mushrooms are showing me and that I'm feeling, and this is coming from someone that has never taken a magic mushroom or psychedelic ever in my life, but this is what they are bringing to me without me even having them around me. I can feel their energy. That is how powerful we are. And that is what they're saying. We are energy. We are all energy. We are all connected. This physical taking and eating and consuming it, you don't actually need to do that. Sitting with a mushroom in the forest, on the track that you find it when you're hiking, and sitting and just connecting with it, you can energetically feel that. You can energetically feel it in your house right now. If you sat with the intention to meditate and connect with the spirit of the mushroom, you do not need to consume it or ingest it. For some people, yes, you can, but you should ask permission first. And that is the thing we're missing when we're working with nature and all these medicinal herbs and plants, is we're not asking them. We're just going, oh, we know the healing properties of this plant, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to eat it because it's going to help me. And it's really funny because the mushrooms brought up this concept of you humans really talk about energy vampires all the time. You get really upset when humans use you, or someone used you for your energy, but you are using us. You are using us for our energy, for our healing properties. And they're not calling us energy vampires. They have nothing against us because they're so in high unconditional love and reverence and compassion towards us. And they understand this hard journey that we're walking of, we've been so deeply programmed and brainwashed and conditioned to look outside ourselves for help. They understand, but they are also showing, well, you're kind of using us as well. And you call a human an energy vampire or a narcissist for using your energy, but you are using us without even asking permission, without even wanting to connect. You don't even want a relationship with us. You just want to extract the benefit for you. And that is missing the lesson that mushrooms have come here to teach us. Mushrooms and every single other plant and tree and blade of grass, every single thing is here because they've chosen to be here. Just like us, just like our souls have chosen to incarnate here, they have all chosen to be here to help, to be of service. And I'm not sure if this is true or not. We seem to put ourselves above nature, like we have souls and we have come here on this big great mission, and a blade of grass doesn't have a soul, but maybe it does have a soul with everything that I'm feeling that they've all come here, they've all grown in the specific places they're growing for a reason. The plants that grow in your backyard are here to give you specific medicine. They are actually connecting energetically with you. That's why they're growing in your backyard. People with dementia, for example, normally have jacaranda trees in the backyard because jacaranda can help with dementia, mental clarity, even mental fatigue. And I learned that from my teacher Ian White with Australian bushfire essences. But maybe every single thing has a soul. It's not just us humans that have these souls. And what is a soul? The soul is our spirit and our essence, and everything holds spirit, everything holds essence. So of course a blade of grass will hold that spirit and that essence too, and everything is one and everything is interconnected. That there, it even gets a little bit tricky there. Like there aren't even separate souls because we're all source. And all the plants have come at this time to help with ascension as well. But their biggest lesson, and I think the mushrooms are coming through the strongest, is the message and the lesson of relationship and interconnectedness and oneness. Just like they explain it through the mycelium, the science can see it now, the Western world can kind of comprehend it now. But the people who are working with these plants and preaching that they are medicine, mushroom men and women that have been very experienced in working with these plants, have these people actually sat and meditated with them and spoke to them and talked to them and asked, how am I meant to work with you? If a human feels drawn to using a mushroom and taking it, you still ask, how? I feel drawn to you. How do we work together? What are we doing? Because we're working together. It's not the mushrooms helping us. We are helping them. And I've learnt this with other plants and flowers. They're spirits. They have emotions. They have energies. And they have little personalities. And maybe that's because of our own lack of awareness for what we have to offer the world and what we have to offer nature and how we work together. We still don't really understand the human component and how we work with our plants, but a beautiful flower coming to mind is Philotheca, which has her own emotions, and every single flower has their own personalities, and she is known for being very easily overlooked. She is quite shy and she will hide behind other flowers and other bushes and be like, no, it's fine, don't acknowledge me, don't see me, that's okay. Like, go pick that other flower over there. And that is the property of that flower. And when we take that essence, it actually helps us humans who are struggling to be seen, who feel overlooked, who feel like they can't be acknowledged for their achievements. That flower actually helps us when we work with that flower. But when you see that flower in nature, you go over and you sit with it and you go, I see you. You're beautiful. I am not going to overlook you. I am not going to go pick the big, bright orange flower over there. I'm going to stare at you because you're beautiful and I see you and I love you. And there's that connection. There's that relationship with the flower, and the flower will respond. Everything is listening. And we know that, right? We know that we talk to our plants, they grow better. And we have all the science to back it, but people are still not doing it. These healers, and I don't want to say healers because they are still healers, but they are still missing the point that the mushrooms have come in very strong to tell me, where's the relationship? Where is the communication? When you are going out foraging, for example, to go forage for mushrooms, it's so exciting. Oh my God, let's go forage. Let's get as many mushrooms as we can. We fill a jar and then we're going to put it in a tea or take it and get high. We're going to have a great time. And the mushrooms are saying, why don't you just walk out into nature and hang out with us where we reside, where we live, and sit with us and meditate with us? Because that is not so much like socially acceptable as a fun thing to do. Yeah, let's go sit in nature and meditate with mushrooms. No, let's go take it and get high. That's what the excitement is about. But we need to sit with them and communicate with them and ask, how do you want to work with me? And sometimes you'll go to a mushroom and you'll ask, am I meant to work with you? And they will say, no, I am just showing up on your path in your hike to say hi. You'll walk past me and that's all I am. I'm just blessing you on your way. And maybe we'll connect deeper later, but that's it. And then other times you'll ask, am I meant to work with you? And they'll say yes. And you go, how? And a lot of the time they'll say yes, but don't ingest me. Because mushrooms want to be seen. Mushrooms want to connect. Mushrooms want relationship. That is literally how they function. They are in relationship with each other all the time. But our human mind still doesn't understand that. We are still so brainwashed by our consumer nature, our extraction kind of consumeristic, I've got to devour this, I have to take this out of nature. Oh, it's this mushroom that's really good for me. I'm going to pick it and pluck it and put it in my mouth and I'm going to take it. And the mushrooms are going, well, if you take the mushroom from this beautiful spot that you found it and you eat it and you ingest it, then no one else walking on that hike or on that path is going to be able to connect with me because now you've taken it away. And of course, there's an abundance of plants and nature is abundant, and nature does not believe in death because everything is just a rebirth and a recreation of itself. But the mushrooms are still saying you don't need to pick us, you don't need to pluck us from our natural environment. Why don't you come to us and sit and connect with us? And that is very well known with flowers, right? You say, don't pick a flower because as soon as you pick it, it'll start to die. Leave it on the plant and it will blossom, it will flourish, it will last for weeks, and you'll be able to embrace and see its beauty for longer when you leave it on the plant. But we don't do that with mushrooms. We see a mushroom, we pluck it. And it's the same kind of principle there. Why can't we leave it there to spread its magic over everyone that walks past? And it's not an ingesting that needs to happen. It's not a consuming thing that needs to happen. And sometimes, yes, the mushroom will say, yes, work with me by ingesting me. Work with me by eating me, putting me in a tea or a tincture or something like that. They will say yes, but you ask them. And we are energy. We are so powerful. Like I said, we can connect with the magic and the healing properties of a mushroom without ingesting it. The same thing with Australian bushflower essences and every other flower essence, essential oil, everything. With flower essences, you can just hold the bottle in your hand without even taking any drops, and your body will start to relax. Your energy will resonate with that frequency and your body will absorb it. You don't even need to have the bottle in the room with you. It can be on the other side of the world, because energy has no barriers or boundaries, remember? So if you're on holiday and you forget your medicine, you forget your bushflower essences, and it's on your bedside table at home, and you go, oh my God, I'm freaking out. Something's happening. I'm having an emotional outburst. I need my bushflower essences. Just the simple thought of it, setting the intention to connect with it, and please come and help me right now. Let's work together to help calm me down. And that is enough. The consuming need comes from the human or the insatiable ego. That is not actually what we need to do. And when we ascend into the 5D new earth, we won't need to eat, we won't need to sleep. It will be a total dissolving of consumerism and extraction of everything out of nature to try and serve our own benefit and for our own self-interest. All of that is going to disappear, and that is what the mushrooms are trying to teach us and show us. That, and also probably the biggest lesson they're wanting to teach us is that the magic that they hold is the magic that we hold. that we still are so programmed to think that something's outside of us, that we think, oh, I need this thing to heal me, because there is still this deep-seated belief that we cannot heal ourselves. But the divine intelligence within a mushroom is the same divine intelligence within you. And that is the lesson. That is the mycelium, the connection of everything, the relationship of everything. The magic in the mushroom is the magic in you. And the wisdom that the mushroom holds. You know, we talk about mushroom wisdom. And the mushrooms are saying to me, what wisdom? Well, you're talking about it like it's separate from what you already have within you. The purpose of why mushrooms are here, we are here to activate an awareness you already have within yourself. We are here to give you a remembrance of what you already know. But your human has forgotten. Your human is lost, but your soul is never lost. And we are here to activate the magic in you, the magic in your cells, the magic in your DNA, the magic of your soul gifts that you already have. It already is contained within you. We are doing nothing. There is nothing outside of you. The mushrooms aren't healing you. We are just helping you, reminding you of that oneness that we all have, this magic that we all contain. Why is it magic mushroom or medicinal mushroom or healing mushroom? Why isn't it magic human, medicinal human, healed human? Not even healed, because that word healing is going to completely disappear, because healing implies the opposite, right, of illness. But we do not even see illness, because we are all in our original divine essence, and the blueprint of who we are isn't even health. The video unfortunately cut out on me, and I missed the end of that transmission. My mic has been funny, my camera's been funny, technology's been weird with me, so I'm just going to tap back into what we were saying, that the blueprint of who we are isn't even health, because our original, we are divinity. Divinity isn't healthy, it is divine. You wouldn't use the word health, because we have to be really careful with our human language, that health implies sickness. And if we are just life force energy doesn't get sick, right? So we are just divine. And these mushrooms are just divine. The magic that they hold, the magic that they bring us, is a reflection of the magic that we hold and the magic that we are here to bring. And that is why we are here to work together with them. We are working with them. We help them. There are certain plants, like I mentioned before, where some are shy, some need a bit more love and a little bit more acknowledgement. And we need to notice them and create that relationship, like you would create a relationship with a human being. Just like you would be upset if a human used you for your energy. Well, not just like, because these plants don't seem to, they have feelings, but they're very high vibrational, that they don't get upset at the thought of being used by us. But it is just a gentle reminder that we shouldn't use them, that we need to change even the way we work with our herbs and our medicinal plants, that it's a relationship and that we're working together. And if you are a practitioner that is working with a client, you should all be creating that relationship together. You the practitioner and the client, and whatever herb that you think wants to work, that should be the way we run things now, is this deep reverence and honoring of the plant and the spirit that it's bringing in, that is actually a reflection of your own spirit that you might have lost, or your client might have lost or forgotten. And the reason these plants are here is to help show us the reflection of who we are, is helping us to remember the divinity that we all are, that we are all one, we are all the same. And the Greys coming in with a message a couple weeks ago saying that we need to plug into the truth. Mushrooms help us plug into the truth. Right before this video, I had a whale breach outside my kitchen window, and obviously whale codes wanted to come into this video. But you think, what's whales got to do with mushrooms and got to do with Greys? But they're all connected. We are all one. And still our human mind struggles to comprehend that. But we all hold the essence of the divine, and it isn't something, we cannot use these things or extract these things anymore, because we're missing the biggest lesson of all of it is the connection and the relationship. That is what's going to heal us. Just creating a relationship with the mushroom, with the plant, with your trees, that is healing. You cannot get the entire healing properties from the mushroom, or any other plant for that matter, if you are coming from a place of desperation, extraction, consumerism, devouring, taking what serves you and not honoring the plant. They are still very powerful, they can still help people, but that healing, which healing is really a returning back to wholeness and oneness. If you can't create a relationship and understand that the mushroom is you and you are the mushroom and you are one and you are working together, then you're kind of missing the bigger picture of what we're trying to heal, and what we're trying to remember and come back to is that remembrance of wholeness, of oneness, of divinity. It is not even about healing anymore. It is not about being healed, 100% healed. It's not even about being perfect. You are perfect. The mushrooms are perfect. The trees, the blades of grass, everything is perfect. And every path, every road leads to the top of the mountain. So whatever you have done in your journey is perfect. Every action you have taken is perfect. If you have used mushrooms, we do not want you to feel guilty or bad or like anything like that. But this is just a opening to what is to come next. What are we meant to do now with this conscious awareness is this deep reverence, which is what Indigenous cultures have always done, but the Western world is so desperate to heal that we're still forgetting that reverence, that connection. And it's so unfortunate because I see it so often. I see it in events of just the word microdose comes up or magic mushroom comes up, and everyone gets, I see it almost like they get swallowed by this energy, this false energy that the hive mind created energy that swallows them and goes, ooh, this is kind of naughty. Yeah, let's get high. Let's, let loose and let go of the stress of the week. And let's use this medicinal plant for myself. And there is no honoring there. There is no connection there. Even events that are to take these plants, they don't even take the moment to connect, to talk, to ask everyone at the event. You might want to take it, but let's sit and ask them. Let's ask if this plant wants to work with you and how it wants to work with you. And maybe it doesn't want to get ingested, and other people will go, oh, well, that's unfair. Why is the person next to me allowed to take it, but I can't? I want to take it. And that's just ego. That is not the reverence that these plants deserve, because they are so incredibly powerful. And even though something like psilocybin, they say it's safe and gentle for everyone to take. It's not really about you and whether it's safe for you to take. Ask psilocybin, connect, meditate, ask it. And if it says yes, work with me, work with it. Most of the time, I can imagine from all the messages that I'm getting, they're going to say, no, just sit with us. Have it in a drink, but don't actually drink us. Just connect And that is the greatest lesson, because it's teaching us that we don't need this physical object to take. It's the energetic connection. That is what we need to hone our skills on, is the energetics of it. We do not need to consume. Sometimes they will ask to be, sometimes they want to be. And I'm taking reishi mushrooms and shiitake mushrooms for gut health and like a tonic for my immune health. I'm going through a lot of ascension symptoms right now, and I thought it would be perfect to take these mushrooms to support my physical body with all the symptoms that I'm experiencing. But I connected with them and I asked, and it's this mix of mushrooms, and I connected with them, and it felt like laughter, and they were like cheering yes to me. And it felt like this flowing, like dancing in the breeze kind of sensation. It felt like pitter patters of like rain over my face. It was like yes, 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 yes. Cheering of all the different mushrooms that were in this little packet that I had of yes, 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 you can work with us. Yes, yes, take us and we'll work with you to support your gut health, so to support you to be at your best physical state, for us to then work together to bring ascension for the people and for this world. But I asked and I connected and it felt right, and I got the confirmation. I asked, they said yes, and then I took it. And they are magic as well. They don't have the psychedelic effects, but everything is magic. And that's another message they're saying. Everything is magic. Every single thing. You are magic. We are magic. Every single plant and tree and everything here is magic. And it gets to a point where we don't even use the word magic anymore, because that is just reality. That is just divine. That is just who we are. That is what everything is. That it becomes this baseline of magic, that this is just how we live life now. And that is what the 5D New Earth is going to be. It is magic. But as well, don't think that the 5D New Earth is something far away. The mushrooms are showing us right now, there is magic here right now. There is magic within you right now. You are divine right now. You have the 5D imprints and the blueprint within you right now. Your soul is here. All these plants, I'm, slowly opening my mind to like everything has a soul, because everything is spirit, everything is energy, everything is one. That it's all happening now. They are showing us that. These mystical, spiritual experiences, we don't need to seek outside ourselves, because we can actually access it within us, because we are the magic. We are the incredible mystical experience. We are that. And again, it's unfortunate that the humans are still not understanding this, that they are reaching to the plant thinking the mushroom is giving them that experience. But we're not giving you that experience. You are that. And when you break that program, which is a very hard program to break, you break that program of looking outside yourself to experience magic or healing or oneness or divinity, and you realize that it's all there within us, that everything is a reminder, everything is a reflection and a teaching and a pointing in the same direction, that we are all one and we are all divine. When you have that realization, you stop. The ego dissolves, because you're not seeking anymore. You're not trying to devour or extract. You soften, you surrender. And that is what these plants also bring, psychedelics and any type of substance really. And this is why people get addicted, because these substances can help you calm. They help you fall into the oneness, and they help you surrender, which is a beautiful thing. But we need to learn to surrender without substances, without taking the medicine. We are the medicine. The humans are, we all are the medicine. And I hope this is making sense. And they keep just coming through with the same messages, but in different wording of it, but it's the same message. there, that we are all, that it's all just a reflection of us. We need to stop seeking outside ourselves, because that is the most disempowering part on this journey. The ascension, the awakening happens when we realize, oh my God, it's me. I'm the answer. I'm the savior. I'm Jesus. I'm Yeshua. The kingdom lies within. They've been saying it in so many different ways. The mushrooms come in and give us this oneness experience where you are the entire universe all at once, and then you come back into your human body and you're like, oh, I'm separate again. And they're like, oh, no, we just told you were one. And then as soon as you come back, you forget. And again, we've signed up for that. And the mushrooms understand that. Every plant here understands how tricky it is for us. And they're here to help us and guide us. And they're overseeing the struggles we're going through. They're going, oh, they forgot again. Oh, okay, so we're here to remind them and mirror them and keep showing and showing and showing and showing until it fully lands. And it'll land for a little bit and then you'll forget again. And this happens to me as well. I'm like, oh my God, I'm divine, I'm one, everything's here in me, I'm so powerful and amazing, yay. And then the human has her doubts and I forget, and they are here always. Nature has always been here to gift us this. But we are nature too. So we are reminding them when they forget. Because there is no hierarchy here. It's not like the plants know more than us. They hold more wisdom than us, because we all hold the same wisdom. And there are some flowers that need more love and need more attention, or need to be moved to a different environment. And you ask Mother Earth before you plant a tree, can I plant you here? And meditate and connect and feel. We need to feel. It's not forcing a high. It's not forcing a trip. I'm going to take this mushroom because I heard it gives me great, amazing psychedelic experiences. Yes, let's take it. When you have the mushroom there, or the plant, the herb, whatever it is, and you just sit with it, it can still transfer that experience. You can still have that, but don't force it. Unless you ask, they say, yes, ingest me. But other times it's just going to be sitting and connecting and feeling, creating that relationship. And then you have an inherent divine ability within you to tap in to the universal energies, to see the infinite timelines, to see the 5D. You don't need the mushrooms to give you that, because you are that. So we are trying to share this message to help people understand that we don't want to be working from this place anymore, using, extracting, or consuming for our own self-benefit, because this is an equal exchange. Like everything in this universe, it is giving and receiving. We are giving and receiving with these plants. And a lot of practitioners, unfortunately, do not understand that. And the mushrooms have come in very strongly for me to send this message out, that even practitioners watching, we hope that you can open your mind and your awareness of going and having that kind of humble, radical self-honesty with yourself of going, oh my God, I've actually never worked with them like that. I've actually never asked them permission. Oh my God. And maybe that's the awakening that you need. And that will help you, that will help your clients, that will help everyone else. It is the reverence. Like that's the word, reverence, honoring. The way they treat us when we ingest them, they literally just pour liquid gold into our gut and our stomach, and just, oh, the ooziness that I feel. But I don't even need to take them to feel this ooziness. I literally feel like wrapped in a bubble of love right now when I'm connecting with them. And they honor us and they worship us and they love on us. And why can't we do that for them? Why can't we do that for every plant and every part of nature and every animal and every sentient being here? And that is that beautiful Sanskrit yoga term that we use, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere live happy and free, and may my thoughts, words and actions contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. that is the lesson of everything in that one line. And the mushrooms hold that very, very strongly to give us that awakening and awareness that it's every sentient being. Everything is actually sentient. Everything is intelligent. And it's this kindness and this softening and this reverence to everything that is going to transform your life. And I thought I was going to finish, but there is some light language that wants to come through as well. So Asiniakere koroshko to miakere askiate au korokoshko to makia nayakare koroshko to yomayakeria reskia rakea kare sko koroshko to miakia natia nayakare sko to yakea skiniake araya korokoshko motoya yarakea kiana tiskiniake raya koroyo poya nakia skiniate anaya koroshko no to yoma enetiake rakasko to yomakriate sina Anekeda koroshko to yomakeana yate askia tiana yakiane knia korokoshko to myokena neatieskina. When I do healings on people, I always feel the blockages in my left pinky for some reason, and I can feel something, so I'm just gonna keep doing light language until I feel that goes. Aniakere koroshko to yamakere askia tayanakaya korokoshko yotomiakiana tieskina tayana yakarea kareana tieskiniakataya karakoshko yotoyomokoyana tieskiniakayara anikarea koroshko to yomokoriana tiana aya yanokoronia kere askia natea Aniakare koshko yotoyomokiana eanakiana kiana kiniate yoko yodoshko yotomiatiana Ania teana kaya skuyo tomio teana. Sometimes the messages that we have cannot be put into human language. So this is where light language comes in, where we are just cracking your body open to receiving. And like that subliminal messaging that we are all one. We are going beneath the conscious awareness, beneath what the brain can comprehend, that you are one. We are one. Science shows this all the time, that we hold the same cells of other random plants and animals that seem so different to us. But we all contain the same thing. Physically, they're trying to show us for our human, with, our obsession with the five senses, our obsession with evidence and proof. They're trying to show us in the physical, because we couldn't really understand it energetically. So they show up in physical form for us. But we all hold this same wisdom, and it's like this interconnected web, not only just wrapping around this earth, but wrapping around this entire universe, that we are all one. We are all divine. That nothing is separate. And I think I could go all day talking about this stuff, so I am going to wrap it up. And it feels like the blockages, maybe it's for me as well, because this is a big message. It is the message that we are one, we are divine, everything outside of us is just here to help remind us of what's within us. And the theory of your inner world reflects your outer world, like that, you can understand it on a theoretical level, but when that really lands, it opens up something completely new. And I believe that that's what the mushrooms are coming in to help awaken in people. So thank you so much for watching till the end. I know that was a long video, longer than usual, and I just want to honor the mushroom spirits for coming in and connecting with me, and honoring everything else that wanted to come in. The whales, the greys, the trees, the plants, the flowers, everything. You thank one thing, you're actually thanking all of it, because we're all connected. I love you.